I'm Ed Stafford, an ex-British Army captain and an explorer. I'm the only person to walk the entire length of the Amazon River. But now, I'm nearly 2 weeks into my latest challenge, attempting to survive for 60 days on a tropical island.
I can't hide the fact that this is a massive challenge above everything that I've done to date.
I've been dropped off on Olarua, a remote island in the Pacific Ocean, almost 200 miles from Fiji. It's part of what is known as the Forbidden Islands. It's uninhabited and rarely visited by the Fijian clan that own it. I'm the first Westerner to ever live on it. I've got no clothes, no food, no water.
Come on, Rain, please.
And no survival tools. I'm completely alone and filming everything myself.
What a difference being on your own makes.
So far, I've found shelter, but staying alive is a constant struggle.
I need water, I need water, I need water.
Physically and mentally, I'm being pushed to the edge.
That's so pathetic, I could cry.
And after 12 days of struggle, I finally made fire. My biggest achievement so far.
We've got fire! Yes! Oh.
I'm nearly 2 weeks into my attempt to survive alone on Olarua, a tropical island almost 200 miles to the southeast of Fiji. It's a battle, and I'm learning the hard way. No one has ever tried to do this before. My fire is a welcome addition to my caveman home on the western beach.
I just smashed a brown coconut and then put the flesh around the fire, and it just tastes like almost like a burnt biscuit or something.
But I can't afford to let my guard down. I've got 47 days to go and the rainy season's approaching. If I'm to survive that, me and my beloved fire need to move out to somewhere far safer.
Today I'm going to start construction of a house tucked into the woods on this side of the island, so it's protected from the wind. I'm not going to panic about it, I'm just going to build a little bit each day. I'm going to do 4 hours construction work, 2 hours fishing, 1 hour cooking, 2 15-minute breaks, 1 hour collecting water, half an hour collecting firewood, and I like to have the first hour and the last hour of the day to myself anyway, so that'll fill my day. Right, water with renewed vigour, and hopefully we can put this one to bed because water really bores me. The most likely place that I can find it is in that natural drainage basin for the whole island. That big amphitheatre that I saw as I explored the island, and I think if I'm going to find a reliable source of water, that's where it's going to be.
As a geographer, I know about land formation and water tables, but I'd better be right about this. I'm constantly dehydrated.
You can see there's the natural dip in the island there. And I'm just gonna dig out gully bed, just with my hands. It's not pretty, but yes, there is water.
But I can't let my thirst get the better of me. Drinking dirty water could lead to sickness and diarrhea.
It's full of mud, but there's no salt in it.
It's definitely fresh water, a combination of overland flow and groundwater. So I know it's clean and safe to drink.
5 half-litre bottles.
Which is fresh. Importantly, it's fresh. And that is breakfast. I think I'm going to appreciate fine things, good food, everything for the rest of my life, so much more. Snails and 2 crabs and a couple of sprats boiled in a rusty tin can on a fire, and I am salivating over the juices. They are amazing.
It might be hot food, but it's not enough. I'm surviving on a diet of protein, but it's energy-giving carbohydrates that I'm desperate for. Especially now, as I start building my new home today. I'm heading inland to find a suitable site.
I'm standing in a new site which I've identified as a good place for a steep-sided, almost double lean-to. I've got flat, dry ground below my feet. So why not use it? Why not? Let's not be stupid about this.
I'm going to use a mixture of techniques picked up from my jungle expeditions. If I get this right, it'll protect me from the wind and the rain.
I'm going to put a centre pole down the middle, palm thatching down either side. I think this is going to work. This is starting to be fun.
But it's just the beginning, and my poor diet means I haven't got the stamina for this kind of physical work.
Now clearly I can't do much each day because I'm still just scrabbling to survive. The energy expended was huge. It took me a couple of hours and snapping and breaking trees and chopping with the hand axe. That was the best thing to do. Okay, the ridgepole means quite a lot to me. That's the start of my new home. I'm very dehydrated now, I can hardly speak. First thing I need to do is go and start cutting more of these long poles. The most important thing for me is that once it's built, it's weatherproof. If the pitch is too shallow, the palm leaves won't work and it won't shed water. That may take all day, because I'm using this. I'm really tired today. Really tired.
It's an ambitious shelter build. I'm beginning to think I've bitten off more than I can chew.
One tree. Down.
I'll need about 10 trees in total. And then I've got to secure them to the shelter's ridgepole.
Okay, what I'm going to do is just beat these hibiscus stems until the bark's loose and then strip all the bark off them. And then with these fat bits, just pull them apart into thinner strands that can then be used for lashing.
Every day, the tides wash up new things on the beaches. So far, I've found pots, rope, and my life-saving water bottles.
No way. Look what I've just found on the beach. An old toothbrush. I can clean my teeth with charcoal with a proper toothbrush. Oh, how good is that?
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Next find, this is too good to be true. Only on a Fijian island. It's a rugby ball. Okay, well it's leather. I've got no idea what I could use it for, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. It'd be rude not to call the rugby ball Gilbert. I have my own Wilson.
It's little consolation after a totally fruitless water trip. Now I have to head back to my fire.
I'm using Gilbert as my pillow at night. I can lie on my side now, which I haven't been able to do for the last 17 days. I'm not going to start talking to him. It's just a pillow. Well, it's actually a real pillow. It's my pillow. Do you know what? I have to really, really rein my brain in every day. I think if left to just race, it would just have bizarre conversations and stuff. A very, very big part of this hurdle in surviving on this island is holding it together and staying sane and not going nutty bonkers. And it just needs a bit of checking in. First morning of brushing my teeth with my my new toothbrush.
I'm using charcoal from the embers.
The charcoal needs to be ground into the finest particles possible. You can feel when they get really nice and soft. Little swig of water.
It's not as minty fresh as I'm used to back home.
That feels good.
But it's abrasive enough to clean my teeth without damaging them.
Nice.
I'm into the third day of constructing my shelter, and there's a bit of a problem.
The wide pole that's reinforcing the apex on this side is too narrow.
I need a tree that's strong enough to support the weight of the woven palm leaves that I'm using as thatching. But with only a clamshell, that's pretty tough going. It's my second attempt at getting this tree down. Without a decent support pole, my shelter will collapse. This is hard physical effort. I'm burning way more calories than I'm taking in. I don't have the time or the means to fish in the lagoon. Whilst I know not to take unnecessary risks in the water, I still have to scavenge around the shoreline for whatever I can find.
Yes, yes, yes. Today is a good day for fishing. Little eel. Excellent. What a feast tonight. What a feast tonight. What is this? This thing that's spewing white stuff. I've heard of things called sea cucumbers, but this might be one. I don't know. Don't know what it is. Just don't have a clue. It's an animal. It's giving off mucus. I'm going to take it and put it in the fire and see if it's edible. Do you know what? That's a lesson for me on days of low food to turn over rocks. Two things underneath that rock. An eel and a bizarre looking animal. Looks a bit like a massive.
It's my third week marooned on Olarua. Getting my shelter finished before the rainy season is taking up most of my time and energy. I'm still eating whatever I can scavenge. Today it's eel, followed by what I hope is an animal called a sea cucumber.
Londoners eat eels, so they're edible. It's like slightly sticky. Sticky white meat. Nice eel. Nice little additional protein. All right, let's have a look and see what's happening with the weird vascular sac-like creature.
Sea cucumbers are invertebrates that live on the seabed, feeding on absolutely anything that they can fit in their tiny mouths. Waste and all. Despite this, they're considered a delicacy in parts of Asia, apparently.
Okay, it's just exploded. If I clean that out, that's food.
If I'm wrong, I could get sick again. But eating it is a calculated risk.
Each one of those long things that enable it to move is a muscle. Surely that's got to be edible. Can I eat that? Minging. Minging. Why? Crikey. You've now got fresh water, and you can have 2 brews in the morning. Yes.
It's proper tropical rain, and the first downpour in almost a week. I've got plenty of drinking water, for the next couple of days at least.
Happy days, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6.5 litres of water we've got in total from just the clamshells. Blowing a hoolie out there. Unbelievable.
I can't let the weather interrupt my routine. I have to get my shelter finished. The leaves I've cut down for my thatch need weaving now. If I don't do it quickly, they'll be useless.
Okay. I've got 15 palm leaves here, and even though it's still splitting with rain, I can't leave them to sit here because each individual leaf closes up, which is why they weave them together here to keep them flat. I've built thatched constructions with similar shaped leaves in Central America called cahoon, and you didn't have to plait them, but cahoon stayed flat. This doesn't.
Each woven leaf has to be lashed to the frame with beech hibiscus.
I would say that's about 1/5 of what we need.
Right now, I'm at my lowest ebb.
I just have no energy. Food, I mean, it's low, you know. Water I'm struggling with. I just have no energy at all.
Hunger is my constant companion. I feel like I'm running on empty. Food means energy, and if I can't up my work rate, my building project is in real trouble. The only source of energy-giving carbohydrates I've found here so far has been the potato-like taro plants.
I'm back digging for root vegetables.
I'm hunting for more in my usual spot, but it's not looking hopeful.
Ground is very hard. In desperation, I just took a bite out of this one remaining taro plant leaf, and it tasted good, so I ate the whole of the other one. And my gums are stinging, my tongue started to sting. That's not edible. It's not edible. I just ate loads. It's like pins and needles in my tongue and in the roof of my mouth and in my gums. Just get some water in and swirl it out. Stafford, you're stupid.
I'm so hungry, and I'm not thinking straight. If taro leaves are anything like potatoes and rhubarb, they could well be poisonous.
Tongue is on fire. Don't eat any more taro leaves, Stafford. Just drained today, and I had very, very bad diarrhea. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm feeling like I'm feeling. Very, very bad diarrhea. the world fell out of my bottom.
Physically, I'm shattered, but I'm digging deep for the mental strength to keep the build on track.
Crikey, it's taking a long time. And one person, this is how long it takes. I'm not dilly-dallying, I promise.
Building my shelter is hard enough. Now, I'm having to travel further afield each day for firewood. And I'm still just scavenging for food along the shoreline.
Stop biting me.
If I can get my hands on it.
Eels, it would be fair to say, put up a fight, and they bite a lot.
And, to add insult to injury, the goats are back tormenting me. The best sources of food on the island are making themselves at home in my shelter.
I've just walked back, and you can see my camp, and you can see the two goats in my camp. They're actually under my shelter.
Goat meat would be a massive step up from the diet of snails and crabs. I've butchered everything from chickens to giant armadillos, and the principles are roughly the same. If only I could get my hands on one.
So near and yet so far, I've still got no way of hunting them. Why haven't I got a means of killing these goats yet? It's just madness. I've got to get some tools to kill goats.
The goats might be giving me the runaround, but there are plenty of other creatures that are easier pickings.
It's a hermit crab, and look what it's using for a shell. A little bit of plastic or metal on the back that it's picked up. That's mad. I wonder if it's the one that I tipped out of its shell the other day. Either way, I'm going to catch it and eat it. I'm never sure whether that bit's edible or not, but it's starting to taste better and better and better. The little soft bit inside the hermit crab shell.
Everything tastes good when you're as hungry as I am. The need for food is constantly distracting me from the priority of finishing my shelter. I need to focus again. If I'm to move today, I need to get a load of firewood to my shelter site. My new home has to be good enough to keep me and my fire protected from bad weather. And I'm beginning to doubt if it's ready. Do you know what? I'm moving in here too early. There's not enough space. The rain's come in. This isn't big enough, really. I'm so exhausted. Back to the cave. If it's no improvement on my cave, all of my hard work has been for nothing.
I can't believe how little energy I've got. Now, the truth is that I'm dehydrated, malnourished. All of my time goes into repetitive tasks that aren't interesting. And so I've just had a bit of a struggle getting out of quite a negative thought pattern. I keep thinking like I've just been left here and nobody cares. I'm really craving company. I'm really, really lonely. Every bit of me wants company. Every bit of me wants to have a chat with somebody. One person doing this with nothing is extraordinarily hard. But I'm not going to give up. And I'm not going to go mad. It's just tough. There's a boat over there. Looks like a fishing trawler or something. It's about a mile outside the reef. That's the first boat I've seen since getting on the island. It's weird to think of people being on there with proper food and proper drinks and clothes and stuff. Wonder if I see any more.
Seeing the boat has lifted my mood. After a quick cuppa, I'm looking forward to working on my shelter again.
I was just sitting here and I found myself grinning to myself. Just completely and utterly absorbing the moment, really. And enjoying being on a Pacific island, doing a very Pacific island type activity, which is plaiting palm leaves. Above and beyond just composure, above and beyond just collecting myself and not going into panic. I think I've got to a stage where I'm content and happy, you know?
I feel like I'm on the up. With renewed vigour, I've scoured the island and found a new source of taro plants.
Okay, 1 potato, taro actually, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato, more. It's funny how things sort of come to you when you're calmer. Hermit crab just came to me, collected 7 potato type things. It's just a case of calming this all down, relaxing and just and accepting what is really. If I don't accept it, if I wish for something that isn't here, if I want something that's not, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy. Works very well in theory. I'm working on it.
I'm in the right frame of mind to have another go at felling the tree that's been the bane of my life since I started my shelter. I need this strong timber to support the weight of my 110 woven palm leaves.
Yeah, thank you. That was a mission. Okay, with this strong pole in place, for the moment at least, my shelter will not fall down, which is nice.
I'm almost halfway through my time here, and my shelter is almost complete. With a stronger support pole, I can finish the thatching and make it weatherproof.
It's complete. The side is complete. I've gone well over the crossbar. That is one monster thatch. I am so happy with that. It's an amazing thatch for me. Eddie in his shelter. Yes. Well, Took long enough. Is that day 8 of thatching? 11 days of construction. Nice one, Ed.
After 2 weeks of hard work, being pushed to my physical and mental limit, I'm no longer a caveman, but evolving brings mixed emotions.
Feel a bit weird moving out of here. Somehow apprehensive. I think this cave represents warmth and dryness and security, actually. And I'm moving out into something a bit more unknown, which is the right thing to do. I know it's the right thing to do, and it's time to do it as well. Day 29, but it just feels a little bit odd moving out. We've moved out. That wasn't very difficult, was it? Amazing when you haven't got many possessions.
My most prized possession is coming with me too.
Right, well, I think the only thing to do once you've moved into a new house and transferred your fire as an Englishman is to have a cup of tea. Can't tell you how odd it feels to have moved out of the cave. Got this sort of energy, almost excitement. Yeah, it is excitement. Just going around my chest. I'm not in a cave full of goat dung anymore. I've got plans for this place, by the way. It's going to have a bed at some stage. It's going to have a wall at that end. I can just extend it a little bit. A roof coming down the other way. Make my life comfortable, really. Oh. I'm having a cup of tea in my own house. Okay, so this will be my sleeping position. Just here. And immediately I can see I'm going to have to move the fire down to about there. Might just stay here for 5 minutes. I have a knife. I have a knife. On a mission. It's going to be a goat dead within the week.